Hi guys, this is Samuel Larsen here, and what I'm going to talk about is testing velocity. Now, this might not be very relevant to many smaller businesses, but for more of an enterprise level business, this is a very key concept. Now, testing velocity basically dictates the number of tests that you run in a typical month or year. That is your testing velocity. Now, key idea here is that you want to increase this as much as possible so that you can learn fast. So if you were to visit, let's say, Amazon.com or something like that, you will know that they are running tests all the time, as much as they can, because they know every little test that can provide a win will provide them with massive revenue boosts. So it's hugely important for them. Now, of course, traffic is the great unequalizer when it comes to testing velocity. And traffic is typically always slowing down testing in general, but especially when you want to test fast. So how much you can actually test really depends on a few factors. Of course, the traffic, because you want to get to statistical significance with all of your tests. That's why we need to have a fair bit of traffic and a good amount of conversions. But also the complexity of the site. So testing on a landing page is always faster than testing on an e-commerce site, because on landing pages you will get way more conversions. So let's say your lead gathering or something like that, your conversion rate might be 40% in a great page. And compare that to a great e-commerce store, maybe 4%, you can learn 10 times faster with the same traffic. So that's great. But that does put handcuffs into a lot of e-commerce retailers, and that means like their tests will take longer to implement. Also, available data. So if you have been gathering a significant amount of data, you can probably run tests a lot faster because there's less to learn about your audience. Now, those are some limiting factors. Of course, the faster you can test, the better. But you still want to run quality experiments and avoid some newbie mistakes. So more learning equals more gains, but you can also do some mistakes that completely make this a worthless pursuit. Now, some typical mistakes I see are people not running the test on their normal traffic. So they bump the traffic up a little bit, buy some extra traffic to get their testing velocity a little bit higher. But this will just skew the data because you are not working on your typical traffic. So avoid that. Also, you might have a highly seasonal business. And in this case, you want to make sure that you are not skewing the data by testing on a off-season, on-season, or you want to test on your typical sales period. And another thing to keep in mind is that testing velocity is just really one metric. And metrics needs to always be combined to provide a good, accurate picture. So you want to combine your testing velocity with win rate, for example. How often are your tests providing a significant lift? And the idea here is that you're actually testing worthwhile things and not just running as many tests as possible. So win rate is a great combo, and also a great measurement in terms of testing in general is your annual expected value from testing. So how much are you actually making in terms of return on your testing investment? So every test program should be providing you with a positive return on your investment, of course. So those are three great metrics to keep in mind when you are running your testing program. Now, also keep in mind that the CRO really never ends. And testing velocity is really about learning, and we can always do better because markets change, businesses change. You might have a good website now, but what is a good website now might be completely different in 2 years. So even if you are not getting a great win rate, even though your testing velocity is great, and you seem like you're running like on a circle, not getting anywhere, it's still worthwhile because eventually, if you are doing it properly and you are having a site that has enough traffic, then you need to keep testing, keep faithful, keep optimizing your program, and eventually you will bump into those things that will provide you nice lifts and will make it all worthwhile. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and for more conversion optimization videos, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers.